Hey, my friends, we will be right back to the show. But I have a question for you. Are you struggling with the impact of childhood trauma? Well, know that you're not alone. I'm here to let you know that I'm starting a brand new weekly coaching group that includes a year of life coaching, accountability, support, habit and goal setting, and more. I'm starting a waitlist for the group right now, and I'm only taking a handful of people. And I'll let you know that through this personalized coaching, we'll work together to help you understand how your childhood trauma has shaped your beliefs, behaviors, emotions, and will help you create a roadmap for healing and growth. Right now, you can schedule an absolutely free coaching session with me and get put on the wait list if you go to thinkunbroken.com. My friends, it's your time to turn your trauma into triumph, breakdowns into breakthroughs, and become the hero of your own story. And I'm here to support you in doing that. Just go to thinkunbroken.com to register for a free coaching call with me and to get put on the wait list for the brand new weekly coaching program. Hey, my friends, we will be right back to the show. But I have a question for you. Are you struggling with the impact of childhood trauma? Well, know that you're not alone. I'm here to let you know that I'm starting a brand new weekly coaching group that includes a year of life coaching, accountability, support, habit and goal setting, and more. I'm starting a waitlist for the group right now, and I'm only taking a handful of people. And I'll let you know that through this personalized coaching, we'll work together to help you understand how your childhood trauma has shaped your beliefs, behaviors, emotions, and will help you create a roadmap for healing and growth. Right now, you can schedule an absolutely free coaching session with me and get put on the wait list if you go to thinkunbroken.com. My friends, it's your time to turn your trauma into triumph, breakdowns into breakthroughs, and become the hero of your own story. And I'm here to support you in doing that. Just go to thinkunbroken.com to register for a free coaching call with me and to get put on the wait list for the brand new weekly coaching program. You're listening to the Think Unbroken podcast, and I'm your host, Michael Unbroken. I'm an author, speaker, coach, and advocate for adult survivors of childhood trauma and abuse. In this podcast, you will learn how to transform your trauma into triumph, turn breakdowns into breakthroughs, and go from victim to being the hero of your own story. You can learn more at thinkunbrokenpodcast.com, and of course, check us out on Apple Podcasts and Spotify at Think Unbroken Podcast. Hey, what's up, my friends? Hope that you're doing well. Wanted to pop in here. It's been a while since I've done a solo episode and just kind of share with you a little bit of a state of the union here to tie you in a little bit more into the happenings of the podcast, the business, and my own personal life over the course of the last couple of months. As you may or may not know, I am just returning to the U.S. after being down in South America for the better part of almost 4 months now. And during that time, I needed to take a little bit of a break. And the reason why I needed to take that break is after almost 8 years of running Think Unbroken, 700 episodes of the podcast, countless guest appearances, and writing books and coaching every Monday, and all the things that come along with this, I was just exhausted and needed some time away. And so you guys have been hearing some of our older episodes and some repeat episodes. And as we head into 2024, even though we're just a couple of weeks away, I'm going to give you some insight on a few things that are going to be a bit different as we head forward. And, I think to be honest and to be fair, I'll tell you a little bit about 2023 first and just how it kind of affected me. This has been a pretty difficult year for me as a whole. Just a lot of transition, moving to Las Vegas, going out of a relationship, losing some people in the business, losing some friends, and, a lot of the things of life that just kind of happen. As I always tell you guys, life is going to life. And in the process, dealing with my own continued healing and growth journey, spending time with an amazing coach, letting go of someone who I thought was an amazing coach who actually wasn't, and really spending a lot of time on myself, I realized that a part of my own journey is the need to create a little bit more space of rest in my life. And I am a proponent, obviously, of going hard. You guys know how I believe and how I think about the world, especially in terms of no excuses, just results. But part of the journey as well is recognizing, and this is something that I made a cornerstone of my life in 2023, recognizing the importance of rest. And so I am rested. I am recovered. It has been a phenomenal last couple of months. In 2024, I'll very likely share an episode about my ayahuasca journey. I'll share about Date with Destiny with Tony Robbins. I'll share a lot of the takeaways I've had. But there's a couple other things that I'll be sharing as we head into 2024, as well as some things that I'll be taking away, or at least I'll be adjusting and changing in my own personal life. One of the things that we'll be adjusting as far as the show is concerned is we're going to be moving to 2 episodes per week. And we have a back catalog right now of over 700 episodes of this podcast. Beginning in 2024, we are going to be putting those onto an archive, and you will be able to access the archive for a very nominal fee. And the reason why we're doing that is because as costs go up for production of the show, as costs go up in production costs for the team, as costs go up in terms of sometimes, we have to pay to book some of these guests. We need to try to monetize the show a little bit more. And so beginning in 2024, you will find that if you choose to, you can access the entire archive, 700 shows, guests like Tom Bilyeu, Lisa Bilyeu, Anthony Trucks, Dr. Caroline Leaf, Dr. Gabor Mate, and more. You're going to be able to access the entire collection through our secret archive, which I'm very, very excited about. We're working diligently on getting that put together, and you will see that happen in 2024. I will make another announcement about that. And of course, you can learn more at thinkunbrokenpodcast.com. The recent episodes, the newly released episodes, will still be available live every Tuesday and Thursday. We will not be changing that. But if you want to go and listen to some of the amazing classic episodes with some of the greatest guests in the world, there'll be a nominal fee to do that. And that just supports the show. It's not to make money. It's not to try to make me a millionaire, because I promise you I won't become a millionaire that way. It's just simply to cover the cost. There's a lot of overhead involved in this production and paying the team and creating the content and all those things. And we just have to make sure we take care of it. Another change that you will see is I will be releasing a brand new podcast in 2024 to coincide with this one called Unbroken Men. And I have felt a very, very strong call over the course of the last probably 2 years, but more so in the last 6 months, to step deeper into the leadership around guiding men. And as I head into my 40s, I feel more strong, more confident, more courageous as a man. And I want to share that with the amazing men of not only this Think Unbroken community, but the world, and help them continue down their path of healing. It's something that, and I've talked to many friends about this over the months, where we are all in agreement that men do not have the support that they need right now. And there were a lot of things that took place in which I'll say that I got very lucky or fortunate about timing and finding men's groups and the right men's coach and men's therapy and a lot of things 10 years ago that just, it hasn't taken a foothold in society yet. And when I talk to the amazing women around the world about this idea, or I ask them, how can I support them in their family or in their relationships, they always tell me they need more guidance for their man, that they need a space. We'll be right back to the show. But before we do, I want to tell you about today's sponsor, factormeals.com, where if you go to factormeals.com/unbroken50 and use the code unbroken50, you can get 50% off your first order. That's factormeals.com/unbroken50. If you're like me and you are a person who is busy trying to create a life, heal, work on their health, wealth, and relationships, and not to mention deal with the day-to-days of normal life, you do not have time to be going to the grocery store and trying to figure out what you're going to cook every single day of the week. In fact, one time I did the math and I realized I was spending over 15 hours a week at the grocery store and cooking. When I added factor, I got to use that time for myself, for my family, for my friends, for my community, and for my business. And so if you're in the place where you need some more support in the kitchen, head to factormeals.com/unbroken50 and use the code unbroken50 to get 50% off. It's for their man to go and have community, because men are so incredibly lonely right now, especially in the mental health journey. They tell me that they need a place where their men can learn from other great men. So I'm going to be creating curriculums and courses. And they tell me that they just need more access to information. And I hear this from the guys too. And so Unbroken Men will launch in 2024, as well as the podcast for that. We're going to have some free courses. And one of the things that I'm doing, because I feel really, really called to do this, is once we go live with our community, I'm going to give free access to all of it to any man aged 18 to 21 years old. So I'm very, very excited about that. It's a little bit of my way of paying it forward, giving what I would have needed at that time. So if you know a young man in your life, age 18 to 21, they're going to get access to the group, to the community, and more. We're going to be doing quite a few live events in 2024 as well. So specifically in the Unbroken Men group, but also we'll be doing Unbroken Conference in person in 2024 here in Las Vegas. So we're very likely going to do that in October. There's a lot of moving pieces that have to take place to get there, but that is something I'm very much looking forward to. As for this podcast, we will continue to interview the most amazing minds in the world. We will continue to put out beautiful content. And, I must say that some of the reviews and messages you guys send me, they're unbelievable. It means the world to me to get that stuff because it's such a reminder as to why I do this. I don't know that people fully understand the undertaking of creating a show like this that is over 700 episodes and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of interviews. But I am refreshed, I am revived, and I'm ready for more. On a personal note, I'm on the backside of a pretty intensive 6-month journey between ayahuasca, a South American trip, changing coaches, as well as going to Tony Robbins' Date with Destiny. And a lot of these things have come by necessity of feeling like, I always tell you guys this, and I try to put my money where my mouth is, that's for sure. But I always want to keep learning, always want to keep growing. And I have just found it to be more and more true every single day of my life that if I am willing to show up and learn more about myself, I can be a better servant leader. I can be a better employer. I can be a better speaker, a better author, and all of the things that fill me up. And so I just want to say thank you all for your continual support of the podcast, even though the episodes have not been brand new. And we just needed to create the space to put out some content that we had. And I feel very happy about the outcome of that. The week of Christmas will be the last week where you'll be able to access the full catalog of the podcast. And then starting January 1st, at thinkunbrokenpodcast.com, you will be able to access the entire archive. And so that again is just a very simple way. It's a cup of coffee a month is basically what I'm looking at. We're not going to charge you guys $100 a month or anything crazy. It'll be a couple of bucks and that'll get you access to the entire catalog and collection. As we progress and move forward, I want to continue to make this the best podcast possible. But we are going to go deeper. I feel a tremendous call to interview the best people in the world and to up my game here and to take this to the next level. I got a message from someone on Instagram the other day And it was just very simple. It said, "Thank you for the podcast. It saved my life. And I want you to know that it is so meaningful that there are people like you out there who have found power and grace and love and healing out of this show. And that is why I created it. It's the only reason I created it, because I wanted a place where people could come together to learn, to grow, to heal, to ultimately to be unbroken." And so I'm so thankful for all of you. This is really just a message, a note of an update and some gratitude. Just thankful for all of you for the opportunity to serve you, to all of you who join the programs, who join the weekly coaching programs, who are part of this journey, who have watched their lives change, who have bought the books or left a review and all of those things. And I'm just getting started. I really, truly am. And I could not do it without you guys. And it means the world to me. It means the world to this team. There's so much more I could say, but I'll end up just rambling. Here's kind of the closing thoughts on this. Actually, one other thought. I'll probably be releasing the Michael Unbroken podcast again, where I just do solo episodes. And we're going to strip those all off of Think Unbroken, I think. So there's lots of plans in the works, lots of things that are being whiteboarded and diagrammed and all of that. But guys, as we head into Christmas and the end of this year, just know that I love you. Know that you're not alone. Know that the support is here. Know that you're always just one reach out away from having what you need in your life. And not only am I, but this team here at Think Unbroken, we're dedicated to you guys. We're dedicated to your mission, your health, your growth, your journey. And I want you to know that I'm going to continue to show up. I'm going to continue to be honest, and I'm going to continue to execute because you deserve it. I deserve it. And we're going to make this world unbroken. So with that said, my friend, thank you so much. And until next time, be unbroken. I'll see you. Thank you so much for listening to Think Unbroken. Please share this episode with someone who could use it and help us move forward in our mission of ending generational trauma in our lifetime. And if you would, please take 5 seconds to pop on iTunes or Spotify, hit that 5-star, leave a review, and you can also reach out to us on social at Michael Unbroken or at Think Unbroken. And of course, you can check out our YouTube channel at Think Unbroken. Thank you for being a part of Unbroken Nation, my friends, and until next time, be unbroken. Hey, my friends, we will be right back to the show, but I have a question for you. Are you struggling with the impact of childhood trauma? Well, know that you're not alone. I'm here to let you know that I'm starting a brand new weekly coaching group that includes a year of live coaching, accountability, support, habit and goal setting, and more. I'm starting a waitlist for the group right now, and I'm only taking a handful of people. And I'll let you know that through this personalized coaching, we'll work together to help you understand how your childhood trauma has shaped your beliefs, behaviors, emotions, and will help you create a roadmap for healing and growth. Right now, you can schedule an absolutely free coaching session with me and get put on the waitlist if you go to thinkunbroken.com. My friends, it's your time to turn your trauma into triumph, breakdowns into breakthroughs, and become the hero of your own story. And I'm here to support you in doing that. Just go to thinkunbroken.com to register for a free coaching call with me and to get put on the wait list for the brand new weekly coaching program.